So I just saw the movie with the long title, and after a series of mysterious deaths befalls their small town, an offbeat group of friends led by Sidney Prescott become the target of a masked killer with a twisted love for recreating scary movies in real-life acts of violence. As the body count begins to rise, Sidney and her friends find themselves contemplating the rules of horror films in order to survive. Who did it? So, in case you haven't heard, this movie is getting a lot of comparisons to Scream, which I think is pretty unfair to Scream, to be honest. There are a few similarities for sure. It's a slasher movie with a whodunit mystery driving the plot forward, and it takes place in a small town centering around an ensemble cast of 26-year-old high schoolers. That's pretty much it. If you go into this movie hoping for a clever teen slasher like Scream, you'll likely be disappointed, as I was. It starts out strong enough, the first kill is surprisingly gory, and the setup is executed fairly well. We get to see that the killer is intent on exposing their victims' secrets, and that they also wear a mask made to look like them.
This isn't who I am, this isn't me.
This first kill and the scene that follows set the comedic horror tone right away, but I felt the movie never really lived up to it. After the first scene with our main group of characters, the comedic quips and cutting social commentary started to lose me as it became less and less clever. Our group of misfit characters were sometimes grating and felt pretty surface level by the end. There's a lot of diversity in the casting and characters, but instead of exploring anything interesting with them, it just felt like they were there to check boxes. Part of what made Scream so fun were the ambiguous characters surrounding Sidney. We never really knew who to trust and who was a red herring.
Everybody's a suspect!
But here they're all pretty generic, and the red herrings are so obvious that there's just no mystery to any of it. So all you're left with is a pretty basic slasher movie that ends up wasting its fun premise. McConaughey, our lead character, is played by Sydney Park. She was the only actor I'd seen before. She's been in some popular shows like The Walking Dead, Pretty Little Liars, but I remember her from Wish Upon.
Hey, never mind.
That movie fucking rules. As you may have guessed, she's hiding a really big secret. It's so big that they tease it throughout most of the movie. Her big secret is... the fuck? What the hell is this? It's a timer comically shaped like a tomato. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Anyway, her big secret is that she pushed a girl onto a bonfire on accident one time.
Hey, Jasmine.
I mean, I can see why you'd feel guilty about it, but the way it's finally revealed in the movie just made me laugh out loud. The movie has been building this up by giving us multiple glimpses of fire and just dream sequences and stuff like that. And the way Grandma talked about it gave me the impression that she used to be a piece of shit.
So what's the point? The point is, that's not you anymore.
Did you used to be a piece of shit?
Oh, yeah.
If this moment is what has been haunting our main character, we shouldn't be laughing at it. Maybe that's just me, but the way it's cut just seems so comedic. Instead of cutting away abruptly, we could have been stuck with her in the moment while the girl was burning. I mean, it's still a horror movie, right? Maybe we could have seen how horrible it was to watch her friend burning in the fire. Maybe I'm just spoiled from the way Mike Flanagan handles guilt with his stuff, but I need more than this if I'm going to care. So the first two kills were alright. At this point I was still hoping the movie was clever enough to make some good use of its premise, but after the second kill they stop being clever and start rushing through them. The party scene kill was especially bad. This scene made no fucking sense to me. Why didn't anyone try to help this dude? They all know he's about to get murdered, and a lot of them see the killer walking towards him. but no one even tries to help him? Was this part of the killer's meticulous master plan? That everyone at this party was just going to panic and leave Rodrigo behind as the only one left at the part? Like, what? Movie's getting sloppy. I guess the killer after 15 minutes, like no bullshit, and I was sure of it around the 30-minute mark. What I couldn't have predicted, however, was just how dumb the ending would be.
I can't hide from my dad's last name. So I'm showing these people who they are, who they really are.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is where the movie starts preaching at you and falls completely flat with the comedic stuff, which I think is what it was going for at the end. I hope.
Look at my face!
I'm not really sure. The tone's kind of all over the place with this movie at times. Like, it can't decide if it wants to be a scary, suspenseful movie or if it just can't wait to get to some dumb comedy, but it ends up doing neither one especially well. One of the best things about Scream is how it balanced that tone, and here it's just kind of uneven. The set piece itself was kind of cool though. Being in a corn maze that's on fire sounds like it would be a fun setting for the end of your movie, but like every other promising idea in this film, it's wasted by a lackluster delivery. This movie has a secret. It sucks! I didn't hate this movie by any means, and it is mercifully short at just 96 minutes. But with its weak characters and a short list of kills that descend in quality, it started to feel like it was dragging in the middle a bit, and I started to lose interest. By the end, I was just hoping I was wrong about the killer and that the movie would surprise me at least once, but I had no such luck. Overall, it's a movie that feels like it has a lot of potential, but it ends up wasting its premise, and it would have been much better with just a few tweaks, like beefing up the characters and suspense sequences to make things feel tense, or it could have gone the other way and leaned further into the tongue-in-cheek comedy that was present earlier in the movie. But it didn't, and instead it doesn't do either the comedy or the suspense and horror stuff especially well, and it ends up just kind of being a middle-of-the-road type movie. It's not super terrible, it's not great, it doesn't push the genre at all, and unfortunately it's getting compared to Scream a lot, and it's just not gonna live up to that at all. I can't say I recommend it, and I wish I would have watched VHS 94 instead. But hey, did you watch it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know. I'm down to talk about it. Let's talk about Grandma and what a fucking cool character that was, huh? Boy, I'm sure glad that sleepwalking thing paid off. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Bye!